لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك.
Transportation is so superb.
The level of accommodation is better.
Very close to the Prophet Mosque.
I felt I should still be here to still worship more.
The changes have been so magnificent, so incredible.
Medina was a wonderful experience.
They exceeded our expectation.
For me, the Hajj service scheme is something which we must start.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك الملك لا شريك لك لبيك.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Welcome to another edition of the program As You Answer the Call. I am BINTA MAGAJI. The fight to stop the spread of coronavirus is a collective responsibility. Let's be conscious of all precautionary measures to stay safe. Now to the program. On Monday, the 22nd of June 2020, the Saudi government formally announced that the 2020 Hajj will hold, but with some modification. This time around, it will be limited in number. Speaking precisely, only pilgrims resident in Saudi Arabia will be eligible to perform the Hajj. This decision is part of the preventive measures taken by Saudi authorities to check the spread of COVID-19 pandemic in the kingdom. In the light of this, prospective international pilgrims, including those from Nigeria, will not take part in the 2020 Hajj exercise. How is the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria NAHCON reacting to this development, and what plans are available to deal with the situation? We shall provide you with answers to these and other questions in our Spotlight segment. Also in the program, we have other regular segments such as the NAHCON News Diary, which features the activities of NAHCON chairman, key functionaries of the commission, and other stakeholders. These are more shortly. Stay with us. Thanks for being there. We begin the program with the News Diary. The National Hajj Commission of Nigeria NAHCON says it is working assiduously to ensure that pilgrims who registered with the various state pilgrim boards and licensed tour operators for the 2020 Hajj are refunded their money.
Our principal wants us to ensure that every pilgrim gets back his money.
NAHCON chairman Alhaji ZIKRULLAH HASSAN stated this during a meeting with the leadership of the Association of Hajj and Umrah Operators in Nigeria, AHON. This was on Thursday, the 25th of June 2020, at the conference hall of the Hajj House in Abuja. He said the commission will jointly work with AHON on how to manage fallout of the 2020 Hajj modification.
But we also know that the pilgrims deserve at all times the best protection by all of us. And so we welcome you to this meeting, and together we need to have a common ground on how to manage the consequence of the cancellation. Our principal wants us to ensure that every pilgrim gets back his money. We cannot go back and start saying these stories. So what I want you to leave with here is that our position is that there must be refund.
The chairman then assured the Association of NAHCON's unrelenting support for the survival of their business.
The issue of refund of 5 million naira caution deposit.
Also speaking at the meeting, NAHCON Commissioner of Operations Abdullahi MAGAJI, whose office oversees the activities of the licensed tour operators, disclosed that NAHCON is prepared to refund tour operators their 5 million naira caution deposits.
The Commission found it expedient and only reasonable that we release the caution deposit to all your members that are desirous of taking it. We equally resolved to release the licensing fee paid in respect of the 2020 Hajj, which has not taken place. We have not issued you with operating license. We have not allocated any slot to you, and therefore it is only fair we release the money back to you.
In his remarks, Acting President of AHON, Abdullahi Salisu Butu, thanked NAHCON for its support, which he said has made it possible for the association to remain afloat. NAHCON is expected to hold a press conference about its other plans in managing the 2020 Hajj fallout.
All intending pilgrims know that there was a period when they can't even go on Friday.
In another development, the Chairman Senate Committee on Foreign Affairs, Senator Adamu Mohammed Bulkachua, has called on Nigerian prospective pilgrims to accept the situation of the 2020 Hajj in good faith. Senator Bulkachua stated this in an interview at his office in Abuja. He said the decision of the Saudi government is to protect lives, which is in line with the teaching of Islam.
So they know if there is no Hajj, they will have to accept. It's a matter of faith. It's nobody imposed it on them. It's God that has brought this thing, and it's God that will take it away. So they know if there is no Hajj, it's just one of those historic moments in the life of the human being, and they will have to accept it. Yes.
While reiterating the support of National Assembly to NAHCON, Senator Bulkachua said he is confident the Commission is well positioned to manage the current situation affecting the Hajj exercise.
I know this Hajj Commission, I am confident that they have come of age. Pandemic or no pandemic, they will survive.
The lawmaker also appreciates NAHCON for its determination to establish the Hajj saving scheme. Alhamdulillah, if you're just tuning in, the program is As You Answer the Call, a public enlightenment presentation on the activities of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON. Prior to the decision taken by the Saudi authority on 2020 Hajj, the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, had in place a number of measures to deal with all possible eventualities. How NAHCON implements these measures in dealing with the situation is the focus of our next segment, Spotlight. Stay tuned for the details.
لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك.
On Monday, the 22nd of June 2020, the Saudi government released a statement on the position of the kingdom on this year's Hajj. The statement reads in part, "In the light of the continuation of the pandemic and the risks of coronavirus spreading in crowded spaces and large gatherings, and its transmission between countries, and the increase in average infections globally, it has been decided that Hajj for the year 2020 will be held, whereby only a very limited number of pilgrims from various nationalities who already reside in Saudi Arabia will be able to perform it." The statement further says, "This decision is taken to ensure Hajj is performed in a safer manner from public health perspective, while observing all preventive measures and necessary social distancing protocols to protect human beings from the risks associated with this pandemic and in accordance with the teachings of Islam." The National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, welcomes the decision taken by the Saudi authorities and accepts it as the wish of Allah. Chairman of the Commission, Alhaji ZIKRULLAH KUNLE HASSAN, said the decision by the government is in the best interest of the world Muslim Ummah.
I have to be very honest. The news didn't come as a surprise. Here at the Commission, we also have been studying the situation, particularly as it relates to the COVID-19 pandemic. And as I've always said, we will not be reckless in whatever decision that we will make. It's very clear the whole world are still at the mercy of COVID-19. It's a disease that is still ravaging and not yet tamed. In the circumstance, we therefore understand the decision behind what Saudi government did. And for us, in the circumstance, it was the best thing to do. Disappointed? No. Happy? No, of course. We would have wished it is the other way. But as Muslims, as people of faith, we believe that whatever Allah wills must be done. So we as Muslims, we are okay with whatever decisions of Allah in this situation. We think what the Saudi government did in the circumstance was right. It was one of the ways through which the pandemic is not allowed to take over.
Prior to the Saudi decision, NAHCON had gone far in its preparations for the 2020 Hajj. However, anticipating any eventuality, the preparations were carefully carried out in order to avoid financial implications.
The truth is that the Commission has gone far in the preparation of this year's Hajj. As far as the accommodation is concerned in both Makkah and Medina, we have made firm commitment and agreement. As for the airline that is to take us to the Holy Land, we have also done the necessaries. We have shortlisted, we have interviewed. We are just at the point of giving those who are successful letters of appointment. We have secured those who are going to take care of the catering of the pilgrims. We are at the Holy Land and have had useful discussions with other service providers and government agencies, and have also firmed up agreement with them. All this we have done in preparation for this year's Hajj, which never took place. In addition, all the service providers here in Nigeria, we have also had a firm commitment with each of them. Now it didn't take place. Are we going to have any losses? My answer is also no. Because in all this preparation we did, it's only one that we made financial commitment. And the financial commitment we made is very insignificant in the light of the total volume of the financial transaction that takes the whole of the effort of Hajj. Even in this one that we make financial commitment, we had an agreement which already protects us in the case of what happened now, which the lawyers will call a force majeure.
To effectively manage the fallout of the Saudi decision, NAHCON has had series of discussions with its stakeholders, particularly the State Pilgrims Welfare Boards and licensed tour operators.
We are on a daily basis having a rapport with each other, examine the challenges and way best to, maneuver ourselves out of the logjam that seem to be facing us. I can assure you that we talked together. Only 2 days ago, I had meetings with all executives of states in Nigeria, including the armed forces as well as FCT. Only yesterday, I had a very useful discussion with the leadership of the tour operators too. So we are on constant touch. We are aware that we are facing a situation which is novel in our life. Nobody living now could tell us that there have been a pandemic this ravaging. So it's something totally novel, something totally new. And the first time in living memory that we will not do Hajj. But so all of us are alive to the responsibility that there will be consequence. And if Hajj were to take place, there will be consequence. That it's not taking place, there will also be some consequence. But we are alive to it, and I'm sure that God willing, we'll be able to pass through it successfully.
In addition to this, prospective pilgrims who had already made payments for the 2020 Hajj have two options available for them.
Well, for us, to the pilgrims, there are only one of two options. If they wish, they are entitled to their refund, and will ensure that we are their partners to the extent that they are refunded to the last penny. And if they wish to deposit against next year, again, that will be an option left to them. But for every person who wishes to remain till next year with his deposit, we'll ask him to sign a letter evidencing that it was his wish to do so.
In keeping with its mandate, the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, says preparations for 2021 Hajj will soon commence.
Our main mandate as a commission is preparation for Hajj. And next month, inshallah, will be the end of the Islamic calendar year. It will also be the time when we are going to do the Eid al-Kabir or Eid al-Adha. Immediately after that, we enter into the next Islamic year, which will be the year of the next Hajj, Islamically. So for us, we will start in the matter of few weeks, we'll announce to the whole world our preparation for Hajj 2021, inshallah.
When making the preparations for the 2021 Hajj, the Commission pledged to be conscious of its policies, particularly those that will support NAHCON's efforts of making Hajj affordable and more comfortable for Nigerians.
We are not unaware of the fact that things seem to be changing very fast. For instance, the Saudi government had decided that commencing from July 1st, VAT will increase from 5% to 15%. Who knows again that maybe inflation will also increase other elements that are part of the cost of Hajj. But still, we are still resolute. We are still committed to our pact with the poor Nigerian Muslims who we believe needs to go to Hajj within their capacity, their financial capacity. We are still resolute in our determination. We are not saying it's going to be easy. We are matured enough to know that reduction of is not something that's going to come easy. But we are still committed. We sure know it's going to affect us, but that's why we're starting early enough to be able to see all the areas we need to examine and ensure that what we have promised Nigerians come to pass.
It is now evident the Hajj will take place, but with some modifications. NAHCON chairman has this message for the Muslim Ummah, particularly Nigerians.
My message is very clearly, and you are going to permit me to quote a prophetic tradition. The Prophet ﷺ said, "Ajaban li'amri al-mu'min fa inna al-amra kullahu khair. In asabatu sarra'u shakar. In asabatu sarra'u shakara fakana khayra la. Wa in asabatu dara'u sabara fakana khayra la." That for the Muslims, it may be something of mystery to others that whatever happens to him is good. When he see what is good, he remains grateful to his Creator and say it is good. If we see something that does not meet his wishes, what does he do? He shows patience and says also good. For us, whatever happens must be good for us. We may not be happy, we may not really enjoy the moment that we are not going to Hajj this year, but we take it to mean that it is good for us because it is the will of our Creator. I just ask them to keep faith in God, to pray for long life and good health. Those of us who desire to go to Hajj this year and are unable to do so, by the special grace of Allah the Almighty, all of us shall meet at Mount Arafat next year's Hajj, Allah's willing.
Amin, summa amin. You're still watching as you answer the call. Coming up next is Making the Hajj.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك.
Declaring intention and assuming the state of Ihram is one of the pillars of Hajj or Umrah. Pilgrims must be in the state of Ihram before crossing a point called the Miqat. How should pilgrims make the intention? What are those acts allowed or prohibited after assuming Ihram?
Being that it is haram for you to spray perfume.
On Hajj Talk tonight, Dr. Muhammad Tukur Adam Al-Mannar provides answers to these and other questions.
There are three categories of Hajj. We have At-Tamattu, we have Al-Qiran, then Al-Ifrat. So all these categories or types of Hajj, no any intending pilgrim will start them without starting with Al-Ihram. Al-Ihram is, uttering the type, the intention. So it has a place where those intending pilgrims are expected to go and utter their intention there. Like we have Al-Juhufa, for example, for West African, including Nigeria, is a station where they should go and utter their, intention. Any intending pilgrim that did not, attend Ihram, so his Hajj is incomplete and is null and void.
When declaring intention, pilgrims will be required to take ritual bath, cut their nails and hair, among others.
he shaved his armpits and his private parts, cut his nails, wear his 2 wrappers. So he will go and pray 2 rakats at that place, particular place. Then he utter the type of the pilgrimage he want to offer. He want to, offer.
Pilgrims are expected to start chanting the talbiyah after declaring intention.
The talbiyah means labbaik Allahumma labbaik, labbaik la sharika lak, labbaik innal hamda wan ni'mata laka wal mulk la sharika lak. That is talbiyah. Talbiyah means labbaik means I answer your call, O Allah. Labbaik la sharika lak, I answer to your call and you have no any partner. It's only you, Allah. La sharika lak, innal hamda, all the praises, wan ni'mata and bounties, laka, they are from you. Wal mulk, all the power is for you, Allah. So as if you are declaring that the oneness of Allah, that Allah is one and the only one who has no any partner. You are refreshing your tawheed.
When pilgrims are in their ihram, they are prohibited from having sexual intercourse with their spouses, hunting of animals, using scent on their body or on the white garment, cutting their hair, nails, or anything on the skin, as well as engage in vulgar talks or arguments. However, pilgrims can wear wristwatches and rings.
Rings and eyeglasses, earpiece, using umbrella during sunny, weather, and belt, to support the wrapper that he put on his body, and all those are not prohibited; they are allowed.
Dr. Muhammad Tukur Adam advised prospective pilgrims to seek knowledge of Hajj and Umrah in order to earn themselves Hajj Mabrur.
MashaAllah. Up next is the quiz. Welcome to the quiz segment. The question in the last episode was, the semicircle next to the Kaaba has 2 names. What are they? The correct answer is Hijr Ismail and Hatim. The winner is Adawu Salihu from Zone 3, Use Abuja. He provided the answer ahead of others. Adawu Salihu will be contacted on how NAHCON will reach him with the prize he won. A quiz winner will get 25,000 Naira cash prize. This is part of NAHCON's effort in social investment in Nigeria. Previous winners whose names have been announced but are yet to receive the prizes should reach us through this number showing on your screen. Now to the quiz for this week. The question is, mention 3 other names that the Wafil Ifada can be called. I repeat, mention 3 other names that the Wafil Ifada can be called. Text the answer to the number showing on your screen. The winner will be the first person whose correct answer is received. All answers should carry the name and location of sender. Good luck and happy viewing. Once again, good luck to you. Before we round off the program, we take some messages from our viewers. Ahmed from Bauchi in Bauchi State sent in the first message. It reads, the chairman of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, Alhaji ZIKRULLAH HASSAN, and his commissioners are doing a great job for the Muslim Ummah. May Almighty Allah continue to bless you and the entire staff at NAHCON. The second message came from Ahmed Shitu Suleiman. The message says, Salam, I appreciate your program as you answer the call. It is good and motivating. Our last message for today was sent by Hamad Labib from Ogun State. The message has this prayer. I pray for more successes at NAHCON. Thank you. You too can send a message through our mobile number and other social media platforms. Remember, you can stop the spread of coronavirus by complying with all preventive measures. Let's support our government in the fight against coronavirus. That's it on this edition of the program as you answer the call. Join me same time next week for another package. Good night and thanks for watching.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك